My name is Bindu, and previously, many years ago, I used to wonder what's the meaning of this word, and I thought it's just a drop, and what can a drop do? But then when I got a little wiser, I suppose, I thought each drop makes a big ocean. So as a small drop, I could contribute something, I could do something. After I did my MA in political science, then somebody said, "Arey, ghar pe baithe kya kar rahe ho? Chalo, go." I did my first job was of a stenographer in a big company. I kept studying, I kept working. My second job was of a lecturer, and while I was a lecturer, I realized that these young adults who come to us, they are so much low in their self-esteem, they are so confused about what to do in life, and that set me thinking, what is it that they need? What is it that is lacking? Where is it lacking? And then I came to understand, along with a friend of mine, that there is something missing at the school level. We founded an organization called Center for Council for Essential Learning and Research. And what was this essential? Something about life. Nobody tells you how to learn. Nobody tells you how to think ahead. I feel there is no break in life that, this is the first innings, abhi khatam ho gaya, abhi second innings. But this term, second innings, has also come because people are doing that way. They retire and they sit and they say they feel they have become useless. And some people now have started doing things what they loved, And I started telling my students that before you sleep, ask yourself, what is your purpose in life? Why have you come onto this earth? And when you start this question young, I suppose when you are actually becoming an adult and you go into the society, you will find your path. I was fortunate enough that I had a very supportive family. But when this child was born, and he was growing and I was getting busier and busier in things, there was a point of time when my son said, "You have only work. You don't have time for me at all." Then sometimes, it strikes you. So that is where you wake up and say, okay, let me have, people talk about quality time. I don't know how far that is true, but child wants you to be available when he needs. I saw a very small ad in the newspapers saying alternative education. So I heard the system and all that, oh, very wonderful and all. Where is the school? They said there is no school. So what do we do now? So we create a school. So we started searching for a space and all those kind of things, and then we established a school where my son went, my nephew and niece went, and there were about 20 children in the first batch. The school founded by a group of 12 to 14 parents. And then it was like, okay, how do you teach Hindi in the method, the school that we started called the Steiner education system. And that is where I started learning more about what is Hindi and all that. And the story, I don't know, it came down to me and everybody loved it, and that's got published and all those kind of things all that journey has started. And then some of us said, one school in Mumbai is not enough, so we need more schools. So 4 of us got out of the first school and started the second school, which is where I am now. And the whole philosophy of the school is that it addresses the inner needs of the child. At what age, what is required for the child. And so it happens so beautifully that, when a child in grade 1 also is asked, what do you do in school? मैं खाता हूँ, पीता हूँ, मजा करके आ जाता हूँ. पढ़ाई कौन करता है? वो मेरी टीचर करती है. So it is so the education goes into the child in such an effortless manner. And then they grow, and then of course when they are in their grade 8, grade 9, they develop the capabilities to handle life. I was working as a principal and of a college, and I was going and giving lectures of this philosophy to a teacher training center. And suddenly in between I realized that, you know, my body is somewhere and my heart is somewhere else. So that is why I gave up the what's a single person sitting in a room and dictating things. Instead of that, I resigned and I joined this teacher training center for full-fledged. Everything you see, everything you indulge in needs this kind of an approach where, you know, you are open, you are broad-minded, you are tolerant, and this the attempt of this education is that an individual becomes like that. And then the person can live a balanced life, a meaningful life, rather than cribbing here and there. You know, there are people at 50 and 60 years of age, they realize, I have not done what was fulfilling to me. And then they think, oh, now, when will you do all that? After I retire. More for the youngsters to ask themselves, why have I come onto this earth? What is the purpose of my life? And if you're happy doing what you're doing, that was the purpose. At this point of time, if somebody asks, what else do you want to do? I don't know what else I want to do. It'll come my way. Things will come my way, and I do. Okay, you know, you do this, and I've done it. Oh, you do this, and so that is how the life. If you just flow with life. So here also there is a request, or the idea is that for the parents, for the adults, to observe your child. Listen to what the child is saying, and this listening is not just what the child is verbally saying, but also his body language, also his moods. Why is the child behaving in a certain manner? So if the adults, the parents, if they listen to the children, they will be able to help the child find his path. You know, we always think and we always feel that I was not able to become a doctor, so my child has to become a doctor. I was not able to become an engineer, so my child has to become an engineer. I've seen so many children cribbing about it, you know. And if it was an artist, if this child was an artist, but his parents are asking him to do something else, that creative entity into him will get lost. And then maybe after retirement, he'll scratch his head, what should I do? But it is very, very necessary for the family to be supportive, for you to be successful. And if they are not, then you should have the conviction and the passion to do what you want to do. And so you can do things your way, sometimes easily, sometimes with some more power, sometimes with resistance where you need to work a little more. But once you are determined to do it, nobody can stop you. You know, that is a very important aspect of life.